the first week of the league. 2-time champion, Team Havoc. So they're bouncing back. It's a slow roll, but we'll get there. So let me just make sure the overlay seems. Does it seem off? No, it looks fine to me. Okay, never mind. I'm getting a little crazy here, getting paranoid. So first of all, representing Team Mega Milk Union here, we've got Cat Pat. I'll cue you up in just a second, Matt, to do the list, but let's do the intro.
Look at me, take a picture, it'll last longer. The mirror on the wall say I'm getting stronger.
Oh yeah,
hey, yo,
baby.
The mirror don't lie.
So go ahead. We got Scum. Cat is playing Scum. Hit me with it.
We have Dr. Afra, one of the new pilots in the YV666. She's got Jamming Beam, Lando, Perceptive Copilot, BT1, False Transponder Codes, Contraband Cybernetics, and Electronic Baffle. She's going to hopefully spend one of those focuses that she gets from Perk Hop and a charge and give one of these rebels a stress. We got Gamut Key with Gleb and Deadman Switch, nothing crazy there. Leighton in the Seek with Composure, Ion Cannon. Sarasu also in the Seek with Proton Torpedoes. And rounding this scum list out, we have Dirge, the Rogue class, Marksmanship, Ion Cannon, Contraband. Yeah, this seems like a fun scum list.
Yeah. It's featuring, we get another, I mean, hey, when you have an I-5 at 4 points in Dirge, even if he's not the Separatist Dirge, you might as well still play him. He's not bad.
Yep.
They are playing Salvage Mission. And then representing Team Havoc, we got returning Chris Jenner, drafted back onto the team, rocking his Rebels, and making me real proud, guys, because if you take a look at the top, what is that? That is a Jan Ors. We get a Jan Ors sighting. Jan is rocking K2SO, Proton Bombs, and the Moldy Crow title. Man, she just, even at her cost, she gets no loadout.
No.
It's just sad. Boy Wedge with attack speed, marksmanship, proton torpedoes, and R2A3. Wes Jansen with elusive, plasma torpedoes, R4 astromech, spare parts canisters. Just try to shake those locks if you can. Not bad. And then Tycho with composure, trick shot, HLC, and mag pulse warheads.
And loadout, jeez.
Yeah. I'm just going to reorganize Tycho towards the top. Yeah, Jan is, I guess, hated for some reason. She gives extra attack dice, but I mean, she doesn't even get loadout. So
I mean, she's still a Hawk, and you know, Hawks do die.
She gets 10 versus Luke's 22 for the same cost.
Well, I haven't done Rebel list building in a while, but after we did the podcast this morning, I was inspired. I'm like, oh, let's try to come up with a fun Rebel list. I didn't realize all of those named Rebel Hawks are 6 points. Like, no wonder these guys don't see any play.
Yeah.
Like, ever. 6 points? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm going to do quickly adjust overlay. Just try to get the ships closer to the edge here. There we go. Nice. Okay. Well, they're both on Team Havoc. That's why does it say Team Havoc on both? Oh yeah, because I wrote that. That's me. They're both on Team Havoc. Did you not know this is a friendly match? I almost just put Team Milk, which was also incorrect. There you go. We're all happy. Before the game starts, good to get those out of the way now. Thank you. Get those errors fixed before we start, and the recording is posted on YouTube with all the errors.
Great job.
Thanks, man. Streaming is, it's like diminishing returns once you do it a lot of games consecutively. It is nothing like what 2 weeks ago when we did I think we did 9 or 10 games in 1 week.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah. We will be taking this coming week off. There's a chance that I do a build stream with Rivendell, but I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it. I don't know how many people would be willing to hang out in the chat for that. So people are like, you should stream it, but then those same people are not going to be in the chat and watch. So it's kind of funny. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I really want to build Rivendell and just chill and watch The Lord of the Rings. However, for 2 hours setup, if I can get people hanging out in the chat and we have some fun, I don't mind doing a stream of it.
I'll watch at least, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I don't even need people watch the whole time. It's just like those streams are brutal when there's nobody to talk to, because I'm just like building Lego in silence, like, and it's just like, well, I could just be watching Lord of the Rings and chilling right now like a sack of shit on the couch. But yeah, so there will be no X-Wing games next week. On next Sunday is my my birthday. I'm not one of those people that likes to make a big deal out of their birthdays, but my dad is in town and we got plans. Got some plans with friends on the weekend as well. So if you want to get me a little birthday gift, donate to Launch Bay Next. Thank you very much. I know this feeling. Yep. Not having, like, when we were playing, I was playing zombies with Manny and stuff. It was a ton of fun, but like the chat obviously died off versus X-Wing. So like I kind of forget that I'm even streaming sometimes because it's just like nobody for a long time, and then somebody will say something. I'm like, shit, I missed that. Can you get maybe a Tinder Gold subscription? I had bought like the one that gives you like more swipes or whatever. You guys should see here. I'll grab my phone. BRB. So I'll show you guys while we're getting set up here and our last styles are set. So a while ago, Matt, I set my main profile picture on Tinder as my first one that you see is this photo of me dressed as Dwight. Let's see if I can focus on this. There we go. So this is the picture that everybody sees. It's the first photo. Okay.
Man, save some women for the rest of us, Nick.
Yeah. Look at this. Hold on. It's not working. Here we go. Those are all people I have to talk to. Then like, oh man. So I don't know if it's the Dwight or if it's the expert X-Wing level play, expert X-Wing play here, but I feel like a Tinder god. Obviously, that's what I'm here for. Clearly,
that's the name of the team,
and that's the name of the team. But yeah, so. It's sad, actually. Manny's like, well, dude, you shouldn't be surprised. Like, people love The Office, and like, you posted a picture of yourself that's relatable. I'm like, yes, but it's not like a good photo of me. It's not flattering. Like, I have better photos of myself. It's just like
they're just surprised when they meet you in real life. Then, like, oh, he's so handsome.
Sure. What a handsome boy. I did have a date once, like, blurt out, like, you're really hot, and it was really strange. Because I'm like, I'm not. Though, but thanks. I'm like a 7 on a good day. Okay. Is the overlay better? Yeah, I think that we're good. All right, so I think we're set to go here. We are starting the timer.
System phase shenanigans.
Who you got? Who's your horse in this race? I'm gonna bet on Rebels.
Yeah, I'll bet on the Scum.
Cool. 20K.
I will bet on Scum real quick. I always like seeing Scum do well. Now, it depends on the Scum list, to be honest, but this Scum list seems wholesome.
Wholesome Scum. You get a little Afra, and he listed as Afra. I'm like, that's fairly wholesome.
Yeah, I like the Y. I like the YV a lot. It just looks like an ugly, like, space freighter that
it's the big ugly duckling.
Mm-hmm. Like, he's coordinating a reinforce over to Afra, and then I'm betting he just Gamuts all that.
Gamut. Matt, keep going. I'm gonna plug my phone back in because I don't want it to die.
For sure. Got Sarasu, I'm guessing. Cat is player 1. And then Durgeroni, 2 straight, nothing super crazy. He does not get the title in Scum. Just gonna focus. And I feel like Dirge's kind of being like hung out to dry right now. Can't cloak. Clears the stress. Start banking them focuses. Three straight. Focus.
All right. Did I miss anything exciting? No, not yet.
No, I kind of feel like Dirge is kind of just getting like hung out to dry here against all these rebels, but I guess we can wait and see what happens.
Dirge can definitely. We could probably see him too hard and either boost focus around that rock distance or cloak.
He can't cloak. Scum Dirge doesn't get the title.
Oh, he doesn't get Xandu?
No.
Oh boy. Oh no, no Xandu blood.
I know. It's rough.
That's too bad. Let me double check. I want to make sure I'm still in focus here after. Looks like we're good. You guys let me know if it's a little blurry still. Oh, oh. Yeah. Looks good to me.
You look fantastic.
Thanks. Did it look in focus?
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
I have this new camera. I haven't played around with the autofocus yet, but I'm gonna try to get that back to. I don't like manually focusing, but was having issues because I have myself at a 3/4 profile angle. It like loses my face when I'm not looking at the camera, and it kind of bothers me. Scum. I mean, poor Scum. Why not give him the title? Like,
I don't know. I'm sure there's some weird lore reason, but I don't know.
What is Dirge from?
He's from some comic book, I think.
It's such a scummy name, Dirge. Can you imagine being named Dirge?
He looks like a '90s action villain too. Like if I remember
Nice.
looking him up, he's just like he's just huge. Like he's an alien, but he's huge. They're just from OG
Andre,
Clone
that is
Wars
a Jan Wars.
cartoon. Okay, well I still have not watched that OG Clone Wars series.
Gotcha. Thanks, Desi. Look at you all jumping in. You're all such nerds.
Yeah.
But the ladies like nerds, apparently. So in.
Basically a can of worm and armor. Good to know. One of my biggest problems with those rogue classes is they have to stress themselves for their reposition. Dead to Rights is pretty good cool ability for them though.
Why would you ever just do the red boost, though?
Yeah, why?
It's just weird.
I mean, if you had engine upgrade, you could just do a boost, but yeah, why wouldn't you just focus boost? But yeah. Scum can't have nice things, I guess.
No, clearly not. Clearly not. I think not. All right, so this turn it's salvage time. It's time to get salvagey.
Yep, and I think Scum has a better advantage because those Seeks can just pick them up. They don't really
Tycho
care
is
about.
kind of jousting.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about him, but he's still an A-wing at the end of the day. And he did not Gamu the reinforce and focus this round for Afra.
And Kat is Crispy's sister.
Oh, nice.
And also, from what I'm told, the girlfriend of the captain of the Team Mega Milk Union, which is just like, what? But cool.
Seems like there's a lot of shenanigans going on.
Shenanigans on and off the board, as they say.
Looks like Wedge is getting K2SO'd from Jan Ors in the system phase.
Why even play Scum? Because Boba Fett is still so good.
Yeah, Boba Fett is really good.
Boba Fett is, dude, Ligma grind set, man. It's quite the list. So fun.
Kanan's also pretty good.
Kanan is annoying. I'm much more of a Gamut guy than a Kanan guy, to be honest.
Yeah, he feels better to go against. And Leighton's picking up that crate. Afra, what is she gonna do? She could pick up that crate and then get a reinforced coordinated tour. Yep, and that's what she's gonna do.
I don't know that much about Kat. You want me to make stuff up? Kat is yes related to Crispy. Heaven forbid, Pim. Please cancel me. I've been waiting for this moment. Thank
I
you
like
for
her
the
scum
compliment
list.
there. Nick's reporting over Buster's. Yes, I would say Buster is on his way out with me knocking on the door. Also, Buster calling me a New Yorker was quite something. Saying
man.
that was a scathing article littered with fake news and inaccuracies.
Double focus, interesting.
Also, taking the salvage with Afra is interesting.
Yeah, especially since Tycho does have a mag pulse
Yeah,
too.
yeah. You just need 2 hits on your natural roll or on your final roll, and you're hitting.
Yep. Wes Jansen coming in pretty fast with the 3 bank. It's gonna focus.
Yeah, Tycho is gonna want a token.
It's just a 2 straight. Yeah, looks like he's going for it.
Yeah, that might be range 3. Well, it tells us. Never mind, I can't tell. It's gone. I don't want to open the chat again. Well, it says.
Yep, and it doesn't matter. He's got false transponder codes, so
Oh.
you are not getting.
And then we'll accidentally boost off the board.
Yep. Fail the boost and then get a focus.
There it is.
With composure.
Wedge action. Yeah, we just see the calculate from K2.
Wedge is still stressed, so
Wedge
he just
must have done a white maneuver then.
He did a 3 bank, so he is still stressed. Yep, BT1 will be active against Tycho. False transponder code, so good.
So good.
Oh,
I love this
Urge.
league that I can play extended because I could just bring Gavin and pop all the false transponder codes. It's amazing feeling. Oh, it's such a shitty thing to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, just focus right there. You're in 3 arcs right now.
Ooh, BT1 will be active against Tycho. Good point. That hit to crit because Tycho's stress. Dirge, let's take a look here. Where is Dirge lined up right now? That bullseye is looking like it's... Oh, now we're getting it on Wes. Looks like he got it on Wes, yeah.
Yeah, I think he has it. So yeah, if he gets a decent ion cannon off.
However, Wes will shoot first, so jam off that focus, make that proton cannon a lot worse.
He's got an ion cannon.
Oh, it's an ion. You see, we even read off the list, but I'm just so used to the proton cannon.
Yep.
But he does have, that is the alt build I've seen with him a little bit. So yeah, still, yeah, make that ion cannon shot bad, or hopefully bad if you jam off that focus.
And then everyone else is shooting into him too.
You
and that's
spend,
3
make
hits.
it 3.
And oh my gosh, Dirge.
Dirge, you boy. Checking
could
for the
change-
reroll. Sarasu reroll is it in? No,
You could change 1 to a crit
it's not.
and then cancel one of the hit results. And that is what he's going to do. Just taking 2. And your focus goes bye-bye.
Yep, there's a jam. Wes is solid.
Yeah, Wes is really good.
Can you imagine how stonks he'd be at 4 points?
Yeah.
To be honest, I think Rebels needs like one ship that is just priced like that. I don't know if it should be Wes, but maybe Corn could be 4 points.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. And Wes is Jan is powering up this shot. Wedge into Dirge.
You've got to calculate. No other mods. Is that a blank
Wes-
though?
Yes, and Wedge's ability is online. He gets 1 evade, still taking 2.
It doesn't look like you want a dirge ability here. You start taking crits onto the hull, which you're like, I'm good.
Yep, you've used it once.
I want 4-point Corn. You can keep Wes at 5. I want 3-point Jake. I want 3-point Shara.
I don't think any of these are unreasonable requests.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, Jan Ors.
It's
what a
okay.
whiff.
Jan pays dearly for her helping Wedge.
Yep. Like, I helped you do damage. I can't do any myself.
Here's the thing, Pim. Everything is too good right now, so Rebels need something that's also too good. Otherwise, bring everything else down to their level.
Ooh,
Or not everything, but like a lot more than what we have right now. So
not spending that focus for Tycho.
make Corrin for, drop his loadout. Whenever I say drop someone's point cost down, I kind of am insinuating that the loadout value will also drop. Usually just how that works, but
The
sure,
Mag Pulse
4-point Gina, sure.
The Mag Pulse target lock got jammed off by false transponder.
Yeah. That's the shot I was talking about there, and
Yep.
still gonna
And,
just be one. Oh no, you have a calculate. Is this in a what? No, it's in a West. Okay.
Wes. Yep. He's taking a shield. Yeah, it's a pretty elusive. He did not use his elusive roll. Well, whatever. You don't have to do it. All right. Afra.
It is
see if
range
she can
2.
do-
Look at that big white arc. Hera B-Wing is 6 points right now, right? She could be 5.
Yes.
And then you could
Spend a
make...
focus.
I feel like you would have to make her load out in the A-Wing more. Yeah, that's real bad.
Ooh.
Cat with some bad 3-1-2 dice right now. I am not looking forward to... So I'm playing first game Tuesday, Salvage against Catherine. Catherine has resistance on stream. I told her I didn't want to play on stream, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not a total coward. I'm going to play on stream.
Nickel City stream.
Nickel City stream, yeah. So
That'll be fun.
I am hoping that we just both have average. I'm just asking for like a little bit of averageness. Let's, I don't want her to blank out the entire game. I don't want to blank out the entire game. Let's just have a non-super RNG game. Like so much RNG. It's like, oh, with Salvage, RNG can get really tilting, right? You're like, another crit? Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So 2-1.
Yep.
As the early advantage after the first engagement goes to the Mega Milk Union here.
Mm-hmm.
However, Dirge does take, was it 4 damage that round?
Yep, he's on 3.
He's on 3.
Could get killed this next turn.
Is Gamut going to try to get close enough to be able to coordinate Sarasu? Maybe for that double modded proton torpedo.
What are the blues on that Hawk?
I think it's 1 straight, 1 banks, 2 straight, 3 straight.
I
Don't think they have 2 banks.
I don't think the 1 bank gets
you range 2?
Range 2. I don't think it does.
You don't think so?
Maybe. It's real close.
I think it's worth trying, because just
Maybe.
based on the fact that Afra's shot was range 2 by a margin on Tycho, I think the 1 bank would get you close enough.
Yeah, now that I zoom in, I think it might actually as well.
Yeah, I think it would probably be like through probably a third of the base.
And he did Gamut Afra's focus as well.
Yeah. Now, if Afra stops, it still might not be far enough back once Tycho moves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like trick shot on Tycho. Like, I get it because like you're failing boosts and stuff into rocks.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I would do that either.
What are the alternatives? Not running I honestly with the A-Wings I have to have like elusives on all of them. Just that extra little potential insurance.
Yep. I like concussion missiles on Tycho as well.
Yes, me too. I think I run Conks HLC.
Yep.
Yeah. You would just be switch. I think you would be doing elusive instead of crack shot, and then you could switch over your weapons, the weapons he takes, if you wanted. Not to say that this is a bad. I mean, he's built it for salvage, so there's no judgment here at all. I'm just noting what I've experimented with in the past.
Personal playstyle. All right. Looks
I
like
was
it's
just
road
more
time.
so saying that elusive is, I just have to take elusive. Elusive is just so high right now in terms of value, right?
Yeah, 2 points.
So
Yeah,
in right now. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing that go up to 3, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, who's getting K2? Wes is getting the K2
Wes is
SO.
getting the K2. Yeah, and those elusive rerolls, Andre, were so good on stream. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Late, just a nice easy focus.
Yeah, there it is. And we're going to check. I assume we're checking for the coordinate here.
That is what he's here for.
Oh, taking the crate.
Taking the crate, trying.
I was going to say
defend
next
that
turn
lead.
you could grab it with another bank, but not going to coordinate Sarasu.
Why do tomorrow what you can do today?
Yeah, I've struggled with that in salvage. It's like I really want to get this objective point now, but if I know I can get it next turn, I'd rather just wait and do the most like aggro thing I can possibly do. There's the stop.
Yep, contraband. She popped contraband. And here comes that reinforce, I'm assuming, on Afra.
Big reinforce.
All right, let's see what these other 5s do. With Dirge, just a 2 straight.
It's gonna block Wedge or Wes.
Yep.
Wes, of course, wants to clear that stress. So did a blue. There's no doubt about it. Does have the 2 hearts that are blue. I don't see him doing that. He could do a 2 bank. We'll see what he ends up doing.
Yeah, coming towards Leighton. Well, he's going to link action again, focus into a roll.
And Cat is calling the bank here.
And Jan is also stressed. All 3 of these I5s up here stressed out.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Tim. You're not wrong.
All right, let's see what the last ones did.
Oh,
Just
one
a
straight.
But still not getting shot by him, which is important.
You can take a nice plasma torp shot into Sarasu
Yeah.
or Leighton. I think Leighton's ability is also for after you defend if the attack missed, right?
After you
Get an
defend or
evade.
perform an attack, if the attack missed, gain 1 evade token.
Yeah.
Yep.
Taking a
I think
crate.
Wes is trying to catch up with the points.
Sarasu's not so scary when you aren't getting pro-torped. So
Man, that barrel roll's turning out to be real clutch by Dirge. Not getting shot by Wedge this round either.
yeah, it's true. Let's take a look at our top-down view. As you can see, that arc is just a little bit wide.
Might take a shot from Jan.
Sarasu's better be careful. Sarasu might die here.
Yeah.
This is a little scary. It's a proton
is Wedge
torpedo. Wedge's
Wedge.
ability is only for primaries, though, on Battle of Yavin?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
After while you perform a primary attack.
Does Dirge have bullseye on Jan? Let's take a quick look here.
Now he
you
does.
do. Now you do. You do have a jam.
Mm-hmm.
I would be pretty tempted to use it right now.
Yep.
You have your
White jam
focuses
Dirge.
already. I think it's, oh yeah, white jam because of K2 adds the white
Yeah,
jam
K2.
action. I know this because I use
K2.
it a lot on Han. So clutch, dude, in that list. That
It's
white
really
jam.
nice.
Oh.
And he did it. Bye-bye focus token. Jan is jamming.
And here we go with that nice fast arc dodge, and now we can get right in on Gambit here.
Yep.
You could do a barrel roll boost, I think, or you can just
Yep.
do a target lock boost.
Mm-hmm. I think one of those two are probably the correct action.
Probably that wants to get the mag pulse off.
Looks like he's barrel rolling.
Okay. And then I'm going to fail the boost to the right.
It's like,
Doesn't
oh,
fit.
damn, I
Oh,
failed.
gosh darn.
I get
It's
a
like when the
focus
B-Wings
now.
would fail barrel rolls. Like, oh, no.
No, stop.
Don't do it.
All right, let's see if Sarasu survives this. It's probably a good thing she took a focus and not a target lock this turn.
She could have had both
Dirge.
if there was a coordinate. So Dirge first. Dead to rights, though, so Jan is taking a range 1 ion cannon, right? Or just a primary?
It looks like it's just a primary for 1 hit.
Marksmanship to make it 1 crit. Jan needs to roll an evade result here. Does. Gets out of that shot. That would have dropped a crate.
Jan Ors and the Hawk doing Jan Ors things.
Unfortunately, you don't want to shoot at Wes.
Nope.
And actually, Sarasu is really in trouble because I'm now remembering what Wes does
Oh,
again.
he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
I think it doesn't matter. I think Chris is going
Yeah.
to shoot with Wes first anyways.
Yep. Oh my gosh, it feels
You
even
get-
worse.
Yeah, you don't do any damage and you lose your focus.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you get rid of that focus there?
Maybe, maybe not.
Is he not going to do it?
I think,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, you
you
got to do it before you're shot in. There you go.
Mm-hmm. And a whole lot of jamming going on with these rebels.
Yeah, lots of jams right now. Jams are so in right now.
Looks like Jan is going to try to do her best to finish Dirge off.
There we go. Range 1 and a Dirge. 4 dice on 2.
A much better
And-
roll than last.
Oof. Dirge happy to see some blanks.
Yeah, she spends it. Oh, Dirge.
Dirge
Ooh.
taking hit, crit. Scum Dirge is paying the price right now.
See what he gets.
Yeah, let's see what Dirge takes here.
Hit.
The hit and the crit is a wounded pilot.
Gross.
A little annoying for him, but not a direct hit.
Yeah, at least he'll get to live one more turn. All right. Jam powering up. Wes Jansen's shot into Sarasu. 4 dice on 3.
So far, Jan's doing Jan things, man. Oh my god, you only have a calc, right?
You only have a calculate because
Oh my gosh, what a sigh of potential relief here. Oh, gets the evade. Thank the Lord. Sarasu now just has to deal with a Protorp. Of course, has a shield and 3 holes, so if you roll any evade results, it's not a one-shot per se.
nope.
You do
It's a
get one
single
more
modded
die. Hold on. You're good, guys. Never mind. Cool. As I was going through Discord, I missed that Cat added an extra die.
That was a pretty bad first shot, and oh my gosh, it's an awful proton torpedo.
Oh gosh, this is Cat lucking out here a little
Oh
bit and
my-
rolls the natties. I guess that makes Chris maybe feel a little bit better about that awful roll because it would have not done much, if any, damage.
Yeah, that's the single modded proton.
What a engagement. We're not seeing all of the ways that he's been using all the triggers, the wombo combos to get extra dice, to jam everything. None of it really paying off.
Hey, there we go.
But natties, no
Three hits.
crits, but Gamut taking 2.
Just shields down. With how things could have gone that engagement, I think you're pretty happy with where you're at right now.
Yep. Afra has nothing.
No.
Gamut's gonna have nothing. So Leighton, you go into West, right? Or just knock off a crate. Both of them 2 agility.
Mm-hmm.
You do have that ion cannon, however, the ion cannon doesn't help you knock off crates. It does help you with some control. Do we see 3 dice or do we see 2?
We do
see 3?
Dice. Ion on Wes. And just one.
My God. Oh my God.
Man,
so
these red
many
dice are just like
blanks.
enough him. And he takes another damage. You have elusive. Don't forget about your abilities, your upgrades.
There it is. There we go.
There we go. Elusive. Hey,
Saves
there
the
we
day.
go.
Nicely done. Wes Jansen.
2-point shield upgrade. Congratulations.
Sometimes can be.
Yes.
It depends. Yeah, with a focus, it's like 5/8 of a shield upgrade, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Cat is in the lead by 2 points with the salvage being tallied. So it is 5-3 Mega Milk with a very modest lead right now. However, you have a 4-point Dirge that is on just one hole with a wounded pilot, but is probably going to be able to run away. I would think maybe for a couple turns.
Yep. Could get crazy and pop contraband and 5K right here.
I have a cat sighting here. You enjoying a game of X-Wing? I think she is. It's like, I can't believe Jan did that. That's crazy. That jam was wild.
After baffling off the stress, opening up that 3 hard to get into the center of the board to get into this fight. So good.
So she takes a shield for that.
Yep. And Gamut should have both of their charges back.
Yeah, because you immediately get one the turn you use it.
Yep, so they should be back up. Leighton's in a pretty good blocking position, like getting into the middle of these 3 ships.
Do you agree Gambit's like hands down the best support piece? Unless you define Kanan's ability as a support piece. For me, it's more of a nerfing piece than a support piece.
I guess I haven't really thought about it, but for 3 points in Gleb, I mean, if he's not the best, he's definitely in the top 5. But, I mean, yeah, Kanan's really good.
Yeah, Kanan's more of a mitigator.
Yeah. Yeah, Lats are really good, too. That fire convergence.
Well, for offense, yeah. I think Gambit provides the most flexibility, being able to roll up with like evade, focus, lock. They're very different. The Lat is also medium base. 5 points, yeah, 3 points more. I don't know how I scale the value, to be honest, because you're paying 3 more points for that type of support as well. So best valued support piece, maybe. I think Gambit. I made the argument that Gambit is the best valued support piece for the cost.
Yeah, 3 points, he does a lot.
3 points, I3, coordinating, pass the stress, clear the stress, keep tokens on yourself or others.
I want Sheet the Peds in the CIS. That's where they originated. Can we get some CIS Sheet the Peds?
Reaper's 4 points, medium base, can take Palp Crew. Reaper's another one, not bad. However, again, the ability to keep tokens, coordinate, pass the stress, including on yourself.
I don't think the chat's agreeing with you, Nick. I'm not.
No,
I'm
they
not
don't.
Sure
I'm just gonna stand by my statement. I think Gambit's the
I'm
best
going where the
valued.
wind's going. I wanted to wait and see what the crowd.
That's fine. The chat always disagrees with me, anyways. Even if I say something that I know I'm right, it doesn't really matter.
The curse of streaming, I suppose.
Fair-off is not a support piece. No, Fair-off rarely coordinates. Fair-off is there because you're 4 points with a force crew, and you have a good ability. Vizier is the support piece with Palp, for sure, and he coordinates. That's cool, Pim. I don't think so. I think I'll keep saying things you disagree with, just to get you riled up.
Half the fun, right?
Sure is.
Looks like we're double checking some dials here. This is going to be a pretty big turn coming up.
Vermeil does not get played very often, but Vermeil is absolutely the most aggro of the Reapers. He is there
So
to do
angry.
damage. He gets very angry.
So do you think you see a proton bomb drop from Jan here? Kind of try and keep Dirge honest. And it looks
That
like
would be pretty good. There it is. If Dirge did like a 3 straight, he's gone.
Yep. Which I think those things have 2 banks or blue.
Yeah,
And who's
2 bank. I
50?
think you could barrel roll away from the bomb.
And stress yourself again because you can't reposition without stressing yourself.
Yeah, and you have
He
to
doesn't
roll
have
for
to.
wounded.
He does not have to do a blue maneuver. He could do a white. He does have contraband.
That's true.
So we got the double focuses coming in. Afra's ready to use that big gun, teach these rebels a lesson. Gamut coming in, probably coordinate Afra. Yeah, those things have jam.
Tycho's probably going to finish off somebody or at least fire that mag pulse because again, doesn't care about he's 2 hard would fit anyways, but probably a 1 hard. We'll see that lock.
Fail the boost, focus.
I would rather see the 2 hard because then you can definitely fail the boost. I don't think you can fail a boost with the 1.
Ah, yeah, I think you're right. It looks like Gamut just focused. He's not helping anybody out. Leighton, she's just focusing. I think Leighton's she. Two is player 1. Cat is. So let's see what these initiative 5s are going to do.
So
Oh,
contraband gets flipped, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Contraband gets flipped, and then you. I mean, at this point, you have to double stress yourself. I mean, you'd be triple stressed now at this point. You have to focus.
Dirge is just prolonging the inevitable, right? Because like you're just not gonna be able to clear stress for the rest of the game.
Yep.
Wounded pilot as well. If you link actions, it'll be 3 stress. Wounded could be 5.
Yeah, I don't think Dirge is long for this world though. Yeah, I think you have to, or you could evade barrel roll. Yep, focus. And then let's do it again. So he did the action, so he has to roll for wounded.
And barrel rolls.
So that's the 3rd stress token. Don't forget your wounded pilot.
Here we go. Here's some rolls.
For
For
wounded.
wounded.
The first one.
First one, no.
Second one.
Hey,
No.
nicely done, Cat. The gold die never fails.
Nope. So only three stress, not 5. 1 bank, interesting. All right, let's see if these rebels have to save themselves. Yeah, don't forget your charge. Block
3 straight
from
does bump. Yep. Is that going to be a range 1 shot? Do we have arc here?
Leighton.
Ooh, Leighton, I think does.
Yeah, I think Leighton has. That's a range 1 ion cannon coming in.
Oof.
And,
Oh,
oh my gosh, you bumped your buddy.
I think it was a friendly.
Yep.
But you do get
Yeah.
that range 1 shot with the calc into Sarasu.
And it does take it.
Takes the damage.
Oh man. Whew, man. Oh my gosh. How's that? That's a really close. Oh my gosh.
Sarasu really might die here. Like, this is serious. Time
I
to
heard
be
that
very
last-
scared.
I heard that last turn too.
Yeah, but I'm going to keep saying it because the likelihood is still high, right? Like,
Yeah.
he got real lucky last time.
Yep.
You could jam off the focus, even though West can still do it.
Yeah, I mean that could be. That's a 5. You no, just taking the focus. I mean, you pump up Wedge. That's 5 dice, and Wedge's ability is online too. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah, if Wedge gets 5 hits, that's Sarasu can't afford to roll a single blank result.
nope. Oh man.
The good news for Cat is that Sarasu is not one with a crate. Sarasu is only 4 points, and you do have a 2-point lead, so it would be a 2-point game still if you lost Sarasu here.
Yep.
However, you're hoping to trade an Ion ship and maybe a near dead West or something with Afra here, because you're probably losing a crate with this Mag Pulse Warhead that's about to come through here.
Yep. Target lock, and that is the 1 hard.
It was the 1 hard. It looks like it will. The boost will fail to the right, so
Yep.
it was off by a bit there.
What did I say? What did I say?
My old man eyes.
And
My
yeah,
old young man eyes.
Yeah, I like Tycho's position a lot right now too. And that hits nobody. Dirge, no shot.
Sarasu, range 1 on the Jan.
Yep.
Maybe you knock off a crate here. What does the RNG say? Here's the attack dice. Can we get some more paint on our dice here?
Nah,
Hey, there's-
not bad. Hit crit, not bad.
Third one was a blank. Jan,
And
taking it.
that crit's getting popped off.
Nice. Jan spent the focus, right?
Yes. Yep. So just 1 shield down. All right, here's the ones we were all worried about.
Yeah, here we go.
And do the range 0 first. Get rid of that focus. Gosh, Wes is just so nasty.
Yep. 3 on 3. No way to mod your dice here for Wes. Range 0 shots say no, no, no.
Remember when you could use the force to modify?
Oh yeah, that was something. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Range
Here's the
0.
roll.
Just
Oh,
one hit crit.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And
Sarasu
Sarasu reroll.
reroll.
I mean, you
Might as well. Yeah, right.
Yeah, spend it.
either way.
You have to spend it anyways, so. It's either you spend it or it gets jammed off. So it doesn't even need to spend it. He could save it for a different attack.
Jan, range 1, 4 dice. No mods, right? Does she have a second focus out there? I don't see
I
one.
don't see one. I don't think she was able to bank them up. So just no mods.
Oh,
And you,
wow.
Man. The Oars does not want to fire roll paint today.
Jesus Christ. She gains a stress. So that wedge may fire a 5 dice, basically what is amounts to an APT.
Yep. Is there a debate about?
I don't know, man. These are the reds that I get. Although usually my reds are better than my greens. They should be, because they're red dice. It's supposed to be a lot better. Just
That's
the
what
way
you
it is.
telling me. And yep.
Yeah, but also
Charging it up.
TTS.
And that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's 3 hits and a crit there. That's a good roll.
Yep.
Checking bullseye, you get marksmanship. Oh my gosh, Sarasu needs 2 evades.
Oh yeah, she does. And yeah, you Sarasu reroll. You're hoping for. There you
Hey, there it is. Sarasu taking shield and just one card here, a face-up damage card. It is a disabled power regulator. Doesn't matter until next turn.
go. All right, now we let the plebs in initiative 3. Oh nope, now we can't forget about Tycho with this mag pulse. Yep.
There's
got a
the
mag
charge
pulse.
spend. 3 dice on 2. You can fire this at range 1, 2, or 3. Gambit has a focus, has a crate. As long as you get 3 hits, it guarantees to hit.
Yep,
You spend the lock.
lock.
You read,
And
there
yep.
you go. That is a crit, jam, deplete, and a crate off. And that's going in on the hole. That crit is going to hit the hole here.
Man, after seeing that, you kind of wish you just fired your primary. Can I take that back?
Now he's just reading all the effects.
Yeah, I'm just being cheeky.
Mulligan.
And that
It is a stun. Who cares? This is the best crit. You get so excited when you see a stun pilot. That's a good one.
Don't be bad at the game.
Don't be bad at the game.
So Cat still has the lead on the crates. Which Afra could knock off. Wes is the one with the crate, right?
Yeah, there is a crate on West right now.
Yep, so Afra could knock that off because he is stressed with BT1. Is it a range?
We're going with the ion cannon shot.
Yep. Oh, only shot is Jan Orza. You do not have a shot on Wes. Interesting.
I'm not changing the text in the pop-up. It works just fine for GSP. It's just because the mat, it blends in a little bit more. Some are
It's a
easier
pretty
to
good
read.
ion cannon. Spend that all day.
Oh, to say don't be bad at the game. I got you. Sorry, with all these people complaining about wanting to change all the stuff on our Greg and I streams, I just get so super defensive by default. But yes, we should do that. We should just change stun pilots to say don't be bad at the game.
That is an ionized Jan Ors.
Yeah, Jan ionized takes that damage as well, so she is shields down, correct?
Yep. No, this is like a 1.0 Hawk, 1 die into Wes. And you got a hit off of it. And that's... Nope, he had to calculate. But still, he had to spend it, which would mean Afra's shot could be a little bit
One
nasty.
die into West, why?
Yep. Leap from the mag pulse.
Ah, yeah.
Yep, going.
I will change to please Andre, but I wouldn't change for anybody else.
That's pretty good. Change one of those to a crit, baby, with BT1. Yep, pop that crit off.
Sevwall, I will strongly consider that proposition. Wow, that was a good roll, though, but he still
That
takes
was.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Nicely
was
done by Kat to survive those volleys of shots into Sarasu. Still on 2-hole and knocks off 2 crates this turn. Ionizes Jan. A lot of results here, despite some bad luck and a little bit of some bad, just unfortunate with Dirge. What Dirge is state of Dirge right now, but that's
On
fine.
fire.
Very
On
much
fire is what Dirge is.
So yeah, I would probably personally I'd put it behind Jan a little bit more because Jan could do an ion one straight or maybe even a bank towards it, grab it the next turn.
She
However,
can't grab it next. She cannot grab it next. turn,
not
but
next
two
turn,
turns
but the
from
turn after.
Yes.
Yeah, if she does a 1 bank up with the ion maneuver, she'll be close enough to grab it the following turn. But we don't know where Leighton's going to be, so
now. Yeah.
we will see. So up to 8 points. How many
Yep, even
crates for
though-
the Rebels here? None.
Nope, none. They both got popped off.
Wow. So 7-3.
Yep. So still a decent lead. Things can shift though. Dirge is on his way out. Sarasu also on her way out. Afra's getting that big gun. She's joining the fight.
Yeah, Afra's going to be a problem for the Rebels here for the next 2 turns.
And he is keeping those focuses around.
This is the biggest issue. One of the biggest issues with the Rebel Alliance is a lot of your win condition hinges on the first engagement, because your mid game and end game, you don't have pieces that really thrive in the end game.
Yep.
Beyond like Han.
Yep.
So your X-wings, sure, they can jam, get some decent shots in, fire torps, great. But once you get to the point where you need to turn around, you need to run away, disengage, take objectives, kill something, it's pretty difficult. It's T-65s or T-65s. A little bit of health, though. Wedge is only taking a shield. Wes has still got 4 hull. So, Chris is still very much in this game, but it's just something where his positioning is, and just the fact that there's a lot more pressure now on those 3 ships at the top of the board.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of all 3 of those jumped up together. Like, Wes is stressed, he's not gonna be able to turn around, and
yeah, Afra is just gonna get a range 1 of Wedge probably. I don't know where Wedge goes.
Yeah. And Jan won't be able to, I don't think Jan can power up anybody's shot because it's
The arc is facing the other way.
Yep, but she can't rotate it because she'll be ion.
Yeah.
She can only do the focus. So
I think there was a turn. There was a turn where he focused, and he probably could have focus rotated.
Yeah, I agree.
But he wanted to not be stressed to use the ability, so I get it. Like, he wanted to use her ability for the shots coming in, and he did. Just unfortunately, very bad dice variance.
Yeah, that middle finger rock makes things very awkward.
Yeah.
For the Rebels.
Very awkward. Wedge might want to just slam into Afra as long as he doesn't overlap that rock at his Harry.
I think if he can go fast enough, but then again, Afra moves first. If she does like a 3 straight, oh man, it's really close.
So we got 26 minutes left. This game has gone by really fast.
Yep.
We've had 3 engagements now, so we'll be heading into round 5 here in a moment.
Yep, I'd say the pace of play is pretty good. Wedge is not stressed. There's no stress on Wedge.
Yeah, no stress on Wedge.
Because he bumped into his buddy last turn, so did not get to do. Well, looks like the Rebel Alliance has moved player 1.
Yep, and here we go.
System proton bomb. Ooh, I don't. And yep, gonna do it. Might be able to sneak one in on Sarasu, depending on where she ends up. Who's getting it? Wedge is getting it. Not want to give it to Wes because he's already stressed. All right, let's see these 3s do their thing.
Here we go. Afra scoots.
1 straight, nothing crazy.
That arc is just so wide. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, there's nothing Wes can do to avoid getting shot by Afra this turn. Looks like we're just going to double focus. 3 focus tokens out there on Afra.
Yeah, and good for Lando for re-rolling those dice.
Lando and for her ability. Passing off those stress tokens.
Gamut now could coordinate.
And it looks like he's just going to focus and rotate.
Again, Tycho gonna possibly kill Gamut this turn. And And that is going to be, that proton bomb is going to hit, and you're going to lose that crate.
Yeah. At least
Not,
get a
not the end of
shield,
the
yeah.
world, but yeah.
No.
It is what it is, as they say.
Yeah. Not a whole lot you can do at this point.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a dead Gamut.
Yeah, right there with West right there.
What range 1 of Afra though? It looks like.
Mm-hmm. You can get. I think that's before you engage. Yep, before you engage. Yeah, he just
Nicely
focused.
done. Wedge just barely clears that rock. It is real close. It is so close.
Oh my god, is he gonna get hit by that proton bomb too?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And so is Jan.
Ugh, that feels bad.
You gotta mag pulse Afra. You gotta mag pulse Afra.
Yep, get that crate off.
It would get the deplete is really why. I mean, yes, get the crate off.
Yep,
That's
get the
really
crate.
important. The deplete and the jam are huge though. The deplete especially. That
Yep.
shot into there it is. Yep.
I would agree with you.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Fails it. You know, the boost to the
Yep,
left.
Did lock. Yep. Locked the whole Tycho shenanigans. And Dirge is just like, I'm gonna go try and clear this stress now.
Yeah,
I'm just
has
happy to still
2
be
more
alive.
stress right now. 3.
Yep. 2 more. And oh my gosh, Sarasu, no.
Sarasu eating the bomb now.
Oh, that's gonna be a nasty proton bomb.
Barrel roll. Doesn't matter where you go.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Just hope it's not a direct hit or a console
you-
fire or something
yeah, you
awful.
You get on your knees and you start praying to the damage card gods, and
Yeah.
it's not a direct hit.
There's gonna be no more salvage here for Scum in a moment. And everyone is taking that except for
Oh,
Afra.
So, yep.
4 ships. Last shield on
Leighton.
Wedge. Jan takes a crit on the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Leighton loses the crate and takes a shield. Sarasu
You leak. You don't
takes
care.
who cares? Nice.
You're just happy it's not a direct. And Jan, loose stabilizer. That's not the worst thing in the world, but could have got a panicked. Could have been a lot worse for her.
So she's on 2 hole or on 1 now?
Yes.
She's on 2.
Yep. Shields down on Wedge.
We got our Jan Or's altar here, 312 Jan. We can give away one of these for y'all in honor of Jan. This is art by Andrea Bosks.
All right, Tycho. Mag Pulse time. Oh, HLC time?
And you,
Oh, okay.
Huh. Well, because you can't knock off the...
Nope.
That
And
is a misplay.
In my opinion, I've Mag Pulse.
I hate
Yeah.
saying that because it sounds so pretentious and armchair,
Yes.
but that was a misplay.
Yep. Just so shields down now on Afra. Could go for the could go for the kill on Dirge. Dirge down to 1.
Yeah, get those points. Chris needs to he'll pull even here. He kills Dirge. Not going to pull even, shooting into a 9-hole ship.
Nope, especially with no other shots going into. And yep, he's going to go into Dirge.
Dirge does
stability.
get 2 dice still, but still dead. So
Yeah, nothing you can do. 3 hits. Bye bye, Dirge. She tried really hard.
I just don't like to be the kind of person that says that people are making are like that was a mistake, that was wrong, that's a misplay, because a lot of the times there's some sort of hidden context, like if like some sort of chain of events that they're trying to get to happen. But in that case, the HL, it was supposed to be a mag pulse. You should have shot the mag pulse. There's just no, which is fine. I mean, it's, you know, fine in the sense that like it's not a huge deal. No one's crying foul here. My issue is like when the player is new and we're like, I'm not sure why they did that. That seems bad. That's the wrong decision. It's like, well, they probably don't know better. So I just don't even, if I know they're new, I don't even say anything about it. I'm just like, they probably meant to do this, or I just, you know, you just move on, or I just say they're new. Reasonable. Hit, crit, blank, eyeball, literally every result. This is the shot into Gamut.
Yep. He's debating spending that focus because Afra is facing him down. He's not spending it.
Oh, it works out. But Deadman's switch does trigger. And Tycho will be taking a damage as well.
And Afra?
Afra, looks like Afra will.
That's so 7 points you just got this turn.
Yeah, now you really think you can kill Wes. So it puts Chris up to 10. Once I mark Gamut off the board here.
Quite the swing. Leighton and Afra still need to shoot. Do you just primary into wet Jan right here? Just try and finish her off with Leighton?
Yeah.
Or you just
firing the ion cannon is just like, it's kind of like, not only it's too cutesy, and it's like kind of just like you're just like trolling your opponent. It's like your opponent would be like, why don't you just try to kill me? Why are you just trying to ionize me for fun? I had a game against Catherine a long time ago in 2.0 where she just kept trying to ionize me, and it's like, can you just like fire a primary and kill me? Like I might have like duo left.
So Leighton could set up an ion 4 dice. And then Afra could finish her off too. That'd be 6
I think
points.
you really, but you got to get that jamming thing off the board, right? Got to get Wes off the board. Jan is more expensive. I get it. Here's the primary.
That's a really good primary. Oh my gosh.
Jan's taking a crit guaranteed. She cannot afford to roll a blank, and she rolls paint.
Has a focus.
What does she? What does she take? It's a damaged sensor array.
Whew. She's just happy to be here. All right. Oh man. Wes Jansen is now he's going into Jan. And spend one of the focuses.
A token. Yep. Yeah. Now you shoot Jan. You couldn't kill, and that will kill Jan Ors. So that is going to be 6 points for Cat.
Yep.
Wes gonna stick around. I think that makes the most sense because it's more points. If you kill Jan there, obviously you switch over to Wes. So he gets you up to 13, I believe. Yeah, 13 to 10.
Yep. So we got Sarasu ionized.
Oh, and another point for Cat because the mag pulse wasn't shot at Afra. So 14 to 10. So now
Afra's down to 8.
Sarasu is ionized. So how can Tycho take advantage of that? I think Tycho's going to need to be the one that kills Sarasu.
Yeah. I don't know if Tycho will be able to do anything. I think Afra's just going to create a bump fest.
Yeah, I mean, do you dial in, like with Wedge, since he's fairly healthy, do you dial in like a 3 hard or a Talon roll or something? I think it's got to be something where you can take a focus.
Yeah, I mean, Wedge could 4K.
He could. That seems like the safest thing to do. It's just not going to get a shot on Sarasu yet. Yeah. And then Sarasu can run away with a crate the next turn.
I mean, Afra's down to 8. You could get all 3 of these guns on Afra and burn her down.
Wes
right there.
Wes could probably do a. I don't think the 2 bank necessarily gets you in range of the crate, but he can just go play crates now.
Yeah. You could do the 4 straight.
You could do the 4 straight, have Tycho move first.
Yep. I think that YV gun is going to be out of the fight for a minute.
Yep. So we are going to be heading into round 6 here. Been a fun game. We've had a lot of lopsided blowouts this week, so it's nice to see games that are within 5 points. Last night's game was a lot of fun with Tirani. It was a 20 to 18 point game, so ended up being real close. But beyond that, just a lot of blowouts. My team got blown out. Let's think it. Matt lost 20 to 4. Hickman lost like 19 to 10. I lost by 7 or 8.
What'd you play this week?
I subbed. So I played Resistance and like forgot a couple things on my list, and like it was just like I played Death Ray and like Jarek and BB-8 and Poe, and Ray did a ton of damage to Saw Gerrera, like the E-Wing, but I couldn't do any damage to the A-Wings. So that was hard. He brought Luke, Saw, Tycho, and Ahsoka.
No man, that must have broke you against that.
It was hard because I tried to alpha Ahsoka with like the Poe's Pro Torp, and then my Pro Torp was like 1 hit after spending the lock.
Is it Flyboy Poe?
Yeah, and then Ray had codes, and I like spent a result to jam the evade off, and then she rolled natties, and it was like
that's the
the first like 2 shots with Ray, I think I rolled like 75% of the dice rolls were eyeball results, which when you have a focus is fine, but I think one turn I self-bumped on purpose. I was like, I got 2 force, range 1 on Luke with a lock, and I did like I think I did like 1 damage or something. I don't know. It was bad.
Like Leighton's gonna pick up this crate.
There it is. So Cat just trying to widen the gap here while you can.
Yeah, but I don't think Leighton's in much danger, so not a bad call.
Not a bad call at all.
Oh, that does not fit. Had to try.
Damn. You can take your 2 focuses with Perceptive. Yep.
Yep, taking the red focus. All right, let's see what these X-Wings and Tycho do. 4K.
Nicely done. Wedge at I5, 4Ks.
Yep. No attack speed here, because...
Barrel roll.
Fail the boost, get the focus.
Did you need to do that?
I don't think you had to. I mean, you know, I guess.
You needed to do it.
Yes,
wow.
You did.
Aggro from West not going for the crate. I'm shocked by that, but now you're getting 3 shots on Afra here, so
it's a lot of dice.
It's a lot of dice.
Afra.
It's funny. As soon as I saw the holograph, I'm like, oh yeah, you needed to do that. You definitely needed to do that. Takes a
can only focus here from Sarasu. Afra's in for a world of hurt.
Yeah, Afra is at 8 hole right now.
Yeah, West shoots first.
You're gonna be able to jam off one of those focuses as well.
Got
elusive back.
And that's a pretty good unmodded roll. That's pretty good roll. That crate is getting
bye crate. And it all goes through. Do you spend a token to re-roll? Yeah, because you're gonna lose one anyways. But now you're gonna lose 2, so you might as well spend the other one, I guess.
Yeah, might as well spend it. It's gonna get jammed off anyways. And yeah, hit crit going into Afra.
Crit. Is it stunned? Who cares?
Stunned. Yeah, you're fine.
Bad at the game.
Don't be bad. If she survives long enough to even potentially go over an obstacle. Tycho, range 1. No target lock, just 3 dice.
Yeah, this is Chris's turn. Oh,
Not. And he still goes through.
down to 5.
5 more left. It's unlikely that Afra dies here, but
Yeah.
she can.
But where's she gonna go? Right? That's
Yeah. 4 dice. No ability from Wedge.
This is no mods as well, right? Oh,
Oh
my god.
my God. Oh my
Oh, the
God.
TTS dice have balanced out a little bit, I would say. Hey, he gets the
there's
evade, takes 2 hits. Oh gosh, takes hit, crit. Oh my god. The first crit is a blinded pilot. You're facing the wrong way anyways. And a hull breach is a bad one. However, you're on 3 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you're on 2.
Ooh, yeah, that whole breach doesn't really matter.
The whole breach doesn't matter as much. Still bad.
That was brutal. Afra took a hurting right there, and she's gonna happen again.
Yeah, Cat. You lose Afra. It's 15 to 17. So now Cat needs to either.
Afra's 6 points.
Oh, Afra. Oh shit! Really? Okay, then it would be. Then after, if assuming Leighton keeps the crate, it would be tied.
Yep. Maybe you 5
stress,
straight.
you coward. Do it.
5 straight with Tycho. Try and have Tycho finish Sarasu off.
Yeah. What does Cat do though? Because we know that Chris is in the driver's seat now. There's no doubt about it. With where everybody is, you could even have Tycho take a crate. You could have 2. You could take 2 crates here and have one of the X-wings do the damage dealing to
you could do that
Afra. Or actually, to have all of them shoot still.
Baffle the stress. Take another crit.
Does Sarasu take that crate? That's risky. Remember, there's still a proton torpedo out there that Wedge has. He's got 1 left.
Wes has his plasmas. But, yeah, man. It's going to be rough to catch.
Yeah, Wes is way stronger with Wedge at I5 instead of I6.
Oh, yeah.
Right, because Wedge always sets up Wedge's shots so nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, running with the M3As for 3 turns does not seem likely. That's for sure.
I do like this Rebel list a lot.
You wish you could contraband stop.
This is probably the last turn. All right, road time. Road it up.
All right, here we go.
Player 1.
Too hard.
Lighten.
And you take a focus.
Nothing too crazy. Just trying to save that crate.
Afra
Just
goes
trying to
real
run
fast.
I mean, thinking about fixing the hull breach.
It doesn't matter. You reinforce the rear. Okay.
Let's try to protect.
I mean, yeah, sure, you can reinforce the rear, but reinforce the rear when you have like 4 hull left. Yes.
Yeah.
2 doesn't really make a huge difference, I don't think. There is that one hard. I thought we might see that because now Sarasu might try to shoot a proton torpedo at West or something.
Yeah. It looks like that's what she's doing.
But Sarasu cannot afford to die. She's on 1 hull. So if you're gonna lose Sarasu, you better kill Wes.
Yes, I agree. I think Wes is the one that needs to be target locked.
Yeah. And the other issue though is that Wes could easily get out of arc.
Oh yeah, just a 3 straight. No, that's blue on them, right?
No. He would have to do like a 2. Or the 1 speed won't get out of arc, I don't think.
Ah, he's locking wedge. Wedge is gonna just do the 1 bank.
Takes the focus. That's 1 less shot probably going into Afra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Afra, small chance she survives here.
Yep.
What a game.
Yep, Tycho's gonna pick it up. Man. On the edge of my seat here.
Yeah.
Like,
Wedge does not have any way to reroll his defense dice.
nope. But Wedge will be able to use his ability on Sarasu.
Yeah. So fires a single modded proton torpedo. You absolutely need multiple crits, and you need 4 here. You really need 4.
Yep.
To feel like you can do this thing. Here we go.
It's not off to the best start.
2 crits so far. You really need these to convert. You spend the lock on 2. Yes,
it does.
There it is. That's 2 hits, 2 crits. A blank out does it here. It would be a simultaneous fire situation should Wedge die. And he could easily die here because there are 2 crits going through. Hit and 2 crits go through on Wedge. Disabled power regulator.
And
a structural damage, but he's not dead. Man, we never see enough direct hits on stream. Like whenever I play, I'm always taking a direct hit in that situation.
I agree. I want more direct hits. All right, let's see if Afra can survive. Wes will probably shoot Afra first. Jam off that reinforce.
Oh, that's right. The blinded pilot from Wedge, though. That's that matters. Or not blinded. Disabled, sorry. He does not have a blinded. That was on somebody else that got repaired, I think.
So hit crit. Just gonna take a crit.
Doesn't matter. You take a crit.
It doesn't mean it's all gonna be crits.
It's
But just 1 crit. Reinforce will get jammed off.
Oh, it's a direct. It's a direct.
You asked for a direct hit. You put it into the universe.
The direct.
And there it is.
I mean, Afra was lucky to not have taken a double damage up till this point. Guys, Afra was not gonna. Right. Afra wasn't gonna live. I mean, come on. It wasn't like Afra was on 4 hull. Afra was on 2 with a hull breach. Like, come on. Streamer curse. Look at all those damage cards. There was a direct hit due in there at some point where none of us are actually surprised. So now this is Wedge rolling 3 dice. He had to spend his focus. Sarasu gets 2 dice and a reroll, and that's it.
Yep, there's nothing. Yeah, Tycho's gonna get the point from the crate. 17-16.
That's it. Only 1. There's the evade. So it goes up 17-16, right? Is that it? Is that the way this game ends? It is.
Ooh.
Wowzers. 17-16. Chris just pulls it out at the very end.